I'm 73 years old, and what I'm about to share might shock you. Everything society taught you about aging is a lie. The saddest part? Those who raised you, your mentors, even the world around you, they've hidden the truth or simply never learned it themselves. I wasted my first 50 years believing these same false ideas you probably accept today. I believed I understood everything. I had built my profession, owned my home, earned recognition from everyone around me. Then at 52, an experience destroyed all my beliefs. The 21 years following that moment revealed truths that transformed my understanding of existence, mortality, and purpose. Before I explain what occurred, understand this clearly. I'm not recording this to gain your admiration or appear intelligent. I'm sharing this because my days are numbered and certain truths must reach you immediately. Not for my benefit, but for yours. When I turned 52, doctors described it as a heart emergency. Simply put, my body turned against me. I sat in a conference room reviewing financial reports when everything began rotating. My next memory was opening my eyes in a medical facility with equipment attached to my body and my partner. Weeping nearby, the physician told me I survived by chance. Chance. I had just stared directly at death. Yet they described it as fortunate. Surprisingly, they spoke truth. Lying there in that medical room with endless hours to reflect, a frightening realization emerged. My entire existence had been mechanical. I wasn't truly experiencing life. I simply followed patterns, completing tasks, fulfilling others' demands. The haunting question remains with me. Had death claimed me permanently that afternoon, what legacy would remain? A comfortable residence, saved funds, accomplishments nobody would recall within years. Let me expose the greatest deception you tell yourself daily. Tomorrow exists. Later will arrive. Someday I'll pursue my dreams. I observe individuals in their 20s, 30s, even 40s, repeating identical words. Once wealth increases, happiness follows. After advancing positions, relaxation becomes possible. Once children mature, adventures begin. During retirement, passion projects start. Allow me to prevent decades of sorrow with absolute truth. That moment never arrives. You understand why? Goals continuously shift forward. Advancement comes and immediately another becomes necessary. Income grows and greater amounts seem essential. You perpetually pursue something beyond grasp. Suddenly you reach 70 questioning where life disappeared. This was my path. I climbed professionally for 30 years, only discovering at the peak my direction was completely wrong. Descending and restarting isn't possible. Time
Direction
flows in
only.
one. Young people rarely hear this truth. Achievement makes a terrible destination. I state this having reached every target I established. I earned senior position at my company. I purchased the property. I gained colleagues' admiration, and the result? Complete emptiness. Goals achieved provide approximately 2 days of satisfaction. Then feelings vanish, return to normal. Immediately a bigger target, greater accomplishment, additional approval becomes necessary. It's an endless cycle. A colleague passed 3 years ago at 68. Dedicated 70-hour weeks throughout life. Created a massive enterprise. Avoided genuine breaks. Constantly promised to reduce pace next year. Next year arrived with a severe medical crisis. During his child stated, "My parent achieved much, yet I hardly knew him." Is this your desired remembrance? Your sorrows won't involve failures. They concern actions never attempted. I don't remain awake regretting business mistakes. Those hold no significance. What disturbs my sleep? The Asian journey never taken because work consumed me. Please subscribe my channel for more videos. Like this one, the bond with my sibling I allowed to fade. The novel I dreamed of creating but never began. The moments absent from my children's lives due to late office hours. These thoughts consume you. Opportunities missed. Paths never explored. Affection never expressed. Chances avoided from fear. Those you cherish, your parents, your family, your dear companions, you assume endless time remains. It doesn't. Eventually that time ends. My parent died when I reached 45. Our connection was difficult, and I remained constantly occupied to address it. I assumed we'd communicate once my schedule cleared. That opportunity vanished. Sudden heart failure, gone within moments. My deepest sorrow? Every weekend, I didn't reach out. Every instance, I felt exhausted to visit for meals. Every small opportunity, one allowed to pass. More time doesn't always exist. Following my medical crisis, dramatic shifts occurred. Reduced professional commitments. Began refusing meaningless obligations. Started accepting experiences postponed for decades. These recent 21 years taught me more about existence than the previous 52. What truly matters is remarkably straightforward. Moments with loved ones. Purpose-driven activities. Gathering experiences, not possessions, building memories, staying mindful. I recognize this sounds basic. At your age, I dismiss such ideas. Reality includes responsibilities. Indeed, obligations exist. I'm not suggesting abandoning employment. I'm suggesting never trading significance for insignificance. Consider this question seriously. Answer with complete honesty. If tomorrow never came, would your life until now feel complete? Not whether others would praise your memory, not whether accomplishments seem sufficient. Simply, would you feel content? If your response is negative, then why delay? What occupies your time that's valuable enough to risk your singular existence? I'm 73 years old. Fortune granted me wellness since that medical emergency. Yet each morning upon waking, I recognize I'm living on extra time. Everyone truly is. Most younger individuals miss this reality. They believe they're indestructible. They believe forever exists. It doesn't. I have 3 grandchildren, and watching them, I recognize identical patterns appearing in most youth currently. They experience pressure, worry, pursue hollow goals. They repeat my exact errors. I attempt sharing my discoveries, offering learned wisdom, but truthfully, they don't genuinely hear me. Not from disrespect, but inability. They're currently navigating chaos. They cannot perceive patterns yet. They believe their circumstances are special. Previous lessons don't apply to them. This explains my video. Perhaps, possibly, if sufficient people receive this message, someone will truly absorb it. Someone will choose differently. Someone will escape the regrets haunting individuals like myself. Daily you approach your end. People avoid this reality. Your time isn't infinite either. Neither is time with loved ones. Your parents, if living, age continuously every day. Eventually, likely quicker than anticipated, they'll be gone. Your companions, your partner, your offspring, no relationship continues eternally. Therefore, what's your decision? Continue delaying that conversation? Continue rescheduling that journey? Continue promising you'll create time eventually? Or will you awaken today and behave as though your time is scarce? Because it absolutely is. If speaking to my 30-year-old past self were possible, my message would be, cease impressing irrelevant people. Cease trading wellness for professional advancement. Cease delaying happiness until someday. Cease awaiting authorization to pursue your desired existence. Begin contacting parents frequently. Begin taking dreamed adventures. Begin attempting frightening challenges. Begin declining draining responsibilities. Begin accepting fulfilling experiences. Most critically, begin immediately. Not following this year. Not after current obligations. Not when possessing more resources or more time or more anything. This moment, because I guarantee you perfect timing never materializes. Existence remains perpetually chaotic and complex and filled with postponement justifications. Waiting means awakening someday, recognizing you postponed your entire existence. I am Shadem Jishonte Cheche. Fortune might grant 10 or 15 additional years. Perhaps 20 if extremely fortunate. Likely fewer. I've accepted this because these recent 21 years became my richest period. Not from increased wealth. Because I finally began existing deliberately, valuing each day, emphasizing significance. I visited places long desired, strengthened connections with children and grandchildren, explored delayed interests, released old resentments, expressed love repeatedly. I experience greater happiness now, 73, with limited remaining time, than at 30, believing endless time existed. That's the paradox. Understanding time's limits triggers genuine living. Waste stops. Joy postponement ends. You begin creating appropriate moments. You face a decision right now, this instant. Continue your current path. Pursuing achievement, delaying fulfillment, promising yourself eventual time or awaken. Recognize time depletes faster than imagined, and the existence you're awaiting must begin immediately. This choice belongs to you. Yet I can promise you don't want reaching 73 regretting your decisions. Don't waste 52 years learning this lesson. Absorb my errors. Exist deliberately. Emphasize significance. Cease awaiting someday. Someday means today. It always meant today. If this message connected with you, share this video. Leave your thoughts below. Tell me what changes you'll make immediately. Subscribe because I have additional truths requiring sharing and limited time remains. Time continues moving. How will you spend yours?